Hello, here on Church Street on this sunny Saturday afternoon. I've just emerged from Pret a Manger after taking refuge in the heavens open. Travelling into the city centre today, I travelled on the 14C bus. The stop I get on the Strand Shops, as they're known as, not a stream. The bus driver said, "You're the guy who does the videos." He said, "I watched them." I said, "Brilliant." I said, "Great, thanks." As soon as the bus neared Breck Road, Anfield, again, new arrivals start taking over the bus, if that's the right word. Also as well, not just on the bus, you see more and more new arrivals along Breck Road, Anfield, and one can see more and more what's happening to that community. It's already an area suffering urban decline. It's declining even further, but it was very interesting because, as I said before, not only the bus driver recognising me and saying he watches me videos, which is brilliant. Carry on doing so, sir, and forward them, pass them on to your work colleagues, friends, whoever. Also, like I say, not only that, it's the amount of new arrivals that you see getting on the bus. Like I've said, no one's expecting anyone to walk or not get the bus. That's ridiculous. The point I'm making is the more and more new arrivals are dispersed in our glorious city, then the more and more services are burdened. Of course, that's obvious, right? Bus wasn't really that busy this morning because I was out bright and early like I usually am. But you could see the pattern that the further it travelled up Breck Road, further into Anfield, more and more new arrivals not only got on the bus, but were evident in and around Breck Road and Anfield, that part of Anfield in general. So if that's happening, as it said, in Anfield, it's also happening in Tubruk, it's also happening in Old Swan. It has happened in Kensington and Fairfield and large parts of Wavertree. One can see that our city is changing quicker and quicker by the day. And if we don't put a stop to this, we're going to lose our city. Yeah, we're not going to lose it tomorrow or next week, I understand that. But it's going to be well within my lifetime, let alone your children or grandchildren's, without a doubt. You can see what's happening. The speed of this is just unbelievable. Like I said, there's 50,000 a year coming in via the small boats that are crossing the channel. Then there's 500,000 plus that are coming in via Heathrow and Gatwick. God knows what other routes they may be using, illegal ones. So it's not going to take, like it did London 50 years or so, to be culturally changed. We're going to have a time span of 5 to 10 years where this city is going to be dramatically changed and altered, right? Where large parts of our glorious city no longer represent Scouse neighbourhoods, and that's what this is all about. Like I said before many times in my videos, the small black Chinese Hindu communities that settled here decades ago, hundreds of years ago, because they were small in number and fitted in as well, They weren't a problem then, they're not now, right? They were Scousers then, the Scousers now. But what's happening now, the volume of new arrivals that are arriving in our city, they're bringing their culture with them, their character, identity, ways, values, standards that are incompatible and unassimilable with our Scouse ones. And because there's so many, and the forming ghettos, if that's the right word, probably not the right word, let me try and think, if they're occupying large parts of various neighbourhoods, then they're changing them to, after excuse, getting really busy now, they're changing those areas where their culture dominates. As I've said, large numbers of them don't want to assimilate, they want to dominate because they're from a different culture, different ways, different values. They've no intentions of fitting in. and become a Scousers tomorrow and be part of Liverpool. Like I said, like the small black Chinese and Hindu communities did. What's happening now, because there's so many, right? They're keeping their ways. They don't need to change, right? There's no intentions of. And so you can see large parts of our city, namely Kensington and Fairfield, Weybridge in particular, and other areas, they're changing more and more by the day. You okay, sir? And they're changing more and more by the day. So you can see what's happening, right? You can see what's happening. That this is happening quicker and quicker. One sees it when in and around the city centre. Like I said, if the city centre is a microcosm of cultural change across the city, then it's worse than even I thought. I know sometimes you may think, well, you've told us this, Joe, you're repeating yourself. Well, unfortunately, I have to repeat myself. I have to keep banging this message out again and again. You all right, lad? Cheers. Okay, thanks. Where was I? Right. I have to keep repeating myself because this message needs repeating, because if I don't repeat it, no one else is going to even say it, let alone repeat it. So it has to be said. As a guy wants to have a word with me there. So anyway, I'll cut this video short and I may make one later. Okay, thank you. Hello, I'm here along Breck Road. It really is run down. It's suffering serious urban decline. New arrivals are changing it as well. New arrivals and urban decline. That's not a good recipe. Just spoke to some lovely lady there. Unfortunately, didn't want to go on camera for obvious reasons. But she said the same. This used to be a lovely place. It's now run down, urban decline, new arrivals. Like I said, that's not a good recipe. What's going on in the heads of these people that allocate unlimited amounts of new arrivals in these areas suffering urban decline, God knows. Like the lady I just spoke to, she said she's having problems now getting into her dentist because of what's happening. It really is terrible what's going on, but there you go. Okay, thank you.